Alright, so welcome back to the channel, and first off, you guys deserve a huge apology. I have been very inactive on YouTube for probably the better part of, I think, what, almost 5 months. So I'm sorry, life got in the way, work got in the way. There's been a lot of things that have gone on within these past few months, and it just kept me away from YouTube. So I really apologize. With the new year in 2021, I really want to get back on the saddle and deliver more content for you guys. So here I am again. And I also, one thing that I really thought that I kind of looked down on myself, I kind of got into a rut where I looked and I was just like, I don't have anything to offer. I don't think this is really what I want to do. And, and then I went back onto my account and I started responding to some of the comments and seeing that you guys actually did really enjoy the content. So here I am back again and with a Q&A video. So that's how I want to start 2021. And for those of you guys who are wondering what is on my wrist, it is an Oris Aquas, and yeah, amazing watch. And if you are looking for a diver in the, I would say, sub $3,000 Canadian range, I can't really think of a better diver, except maybe a Rado Captain Cook. Those things are really, really cool, and I want one. But anyways, let me get to the questions that were asked, and I'm pulling these directly from Instagram. And there are some questions that I'm responding to that were posted in YouTube comments that I didn't get to before that I am now doing. And then also some questions that I've had just friends and family and other people in passing ask me that I thought, why not put them up? So obviously I have the iPad in front of me, and let us get on to the questions. And I'll try to make this as quick and concise as possible. Let's see if I can keep it under 10 minutes. We got opinion on the new PlayStation and Xbox consoles. Okay, so I'll give you my opinion real quick. I've been an Xbox guy for basically since I started really gaming, and that was back when I was really in high school. Now, currently, I don't game at all. I play a bit of COD Mobile, but as far as console games go, I don't really play a lot of consoles. It honestly would eat up a lot of time, and I didn't want to be the person who played like 6-7 hours a night like I was in high school. So, but yeah, opinions, I would say controller-wise, I am a huge fan of Xbox controllers, their ergonomic design. But yeah, I think I will stick with that with Xbox. Connectivity and gaming, I would say like your online experience is going to probably, if you want to go esports, just skip it and go to the PlayStation, because that is better. Unfortunately, I kind of, I really don't like it, the fact that Microsoft decided to kind of poop the bed on that one and give their contracts with esports over to PlayStation and Sony. So yeah, I'm butthurt about that one. So I would say on paper, technically, I would say the PS5 is the better console. To me personally, and because I really like Halo, I would still buy the new Xbox console. Just, that's me personally. All right, but that's enough about that. Moving on to the next question. Have I picked up any interesting watches lately? So I've picked up a couple. For instance, this Oris, I did pick up. It's a recent acquisition. Awesome watch. Especially, I really like how it wears, even though it's a bigger watch. And I am not a big fan of big watches. I really don't like them. But this one's just like, it's really, really cool. And it wears amazing on the rubber strap. I also really like the display case back. You can see that with the signature red rotor. Another thing that I really like to know, about the Oris Aquas is like how thin it is for a dive watch. It is not a big chunky thing. I think it's about 12 millimeters, which that's basically like dress watch status. So yeah, it's awesome. But another one, and I do have my, just a couple of my watches here with me. But another one that I picked up, and this kind of ties into another question that I was asked, is what is my dream watch? And I can throw a picture of that up for you, and it's an Omega Seamaster Aquaterra, retailing for about $7,500 Canadian. I bought I guess you would call an homage or homage or whatever you want to say. I think everybody pronounces it differently on YouTube and whatever. But yeah, so it is a sea-gull Aquaterra, which obviously, because I cannot afford $7,500 right now. And this is a kind of, they were made in a very limited number, and it's basically modeled to look exactly like an Omega Seamaster Aquaterra. Yeah, so display case back, automatic, obviously. You have a screw down crown, which the crown is a little bit, how can I put it? Yeah, it's not the nicest crown in terms of feel, but Almost feels like you're gonna cut yourself on it. It's a little sharp, but same with the lugs and the sides. But yeah, it is a very well finished watch, and it's very, very beautiful, especially for the price point. These guys are climbing up in value, and because they were made in a limited amount, yeah, they are, first of all, hard to find, and if you can find them, you are probably going to pay a premium. But yeah, sea-gull is a Chinese company, and they actually have a lot of other cool watches. Another example that I have, and I'm not just promoting the brand sea-gull here, but they have this little guy. It's a 9mm manual wind watch. I could just give it a couple things, and you can see it's a small sub dial for the second hand, and it is a really cool watch. First of all, it's 9mm thin. Like, that is insane. So if you even take a look at the Oris and compare it to the Oris, like side by side, that's how thin we're talking. And the Oris is a pretty thin watch. So like this thing slips under the, like, any single, like you could think of shirt, like shirt sleeve. Like you won't catch it on anything. And that's probably one of the coolest things about this watch. And this thing, sapphire crystal, and what they retail, oops, I put the watch on upside down. What do you know? Well, I'm not looking. But yeah, they retail for about, how much are they? They retail for close to, I think, $135 US. So they're by Canadian standard, once you factor exchange and everything. To get it to your door, you're looking at just under $200. But for what it's spec'd at, you're not really going to find a better watch. I do also do a bit of sourcing for clients and stuff like that. I picked up a couple of Seiko SKXs, which I think, especially there was a Pepsi bezel one full kit that was awesome. And I really like, first of all, I like getting other people in the hobby of watches, but I try and get stuff for people at a really affordable price. Because I really hate it when you have to walk into, like, a lot of people think watches are really expensive, and they can be, but I try to get to people for way cheaper than MSRP. MSRP, just, yeah, it's just a fun thing for me to do. It's a little side gig. Okay, so how's the Prelude? It's sitting under snow right now, unfortunately. And current plans for it, this is another question. Current plans, I really want to just kind of clean up the engine bay. I'll be doing the timing belt on it. Probably a bit of suspension work. So that's kind of where it's sitting for now. And unfortunately, I'm not made of money. So now, next question we got is, what is my dream car? I love my Prelude, and every single time I get behind the wheel and I drive it, it just makes me happy. But if I had to choose another vehicle and the Prelude was out of the picture, I would probably pick, like, a DB9 Aston Martin or maybe a Vanquish. But I actually know probably the one cool car, if I could possibly afford it and swing it, would be a first generation NSX. Those things are just amazing. Last question, this kind of a goofy one. This person, have I ever played basketball, and was I good at it? Yes, I played basketball for a very long time. Was I really good at it? I mean, sort of. Let's say if I was really, really good at it, I wouldn't be a teacher, and I would not be probably sitting here making videos for you guys. That'll be the answer to that question. But anyways, that's all we got time for today. If you do have any more questions, don't hesitate to drop them below in the comments. But anyways, obviously, if you do like the content, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to see more awesome stuff in the future. And with that, I am just going to tell you guys to have a fantastic day and take care. See ya.